page because this past week Konami had updated the list out of nowhere, and we finally got a ban list to help set up the national and world championship qualifier season, even though there's no world championship this year. Okay, so there's a few things for this deck. Again, they're using the next update will be in a few months. Again, I don't like this phrasing. It's one of the biggest problems I have with this list, as well as the last list. It's just too vague. If a few months can be anything from 2 to 4. And to be very honest, not giving a direct amount of time does mess with the player base. Players could invest into decks that are very expensive, and then the ban list drops, ripping the deck apart, making them completely unplayable. They will not be able to recoup any of the money that they invested into the deck, and they basically have nothing to play for a format. It's just poor idea in the whole front. The way I see it, if you give us a set time, maybe the next update after this will be in 3 months, fine. At least we know it's coming in August, and we're good with that. At least we'll know when not to invest into cards. The other thing about it is also timing. This was released on a Tuesday, on the week where the weekend's going to hold a YCS tournament, not giving players a whole lot of time to really adapt their decks for that upcoming tournament. North America has YCS Hartford. I know there are several European countries that actually have their nationals coming up this weekend. So yeah, that's a problem. I think timing was another issue with this list. If they would have released this list on Friday, saying it goes active on Monday, I think that would have been a lot better. The player base would have had a lot more time to really absorb this list and be able to adapt their decks and hopefully get an idea of where the meta is going to be going this upcoming weekend with the various tournaments. That being said, those are my two biggest gripes about this list. When I go through this, we're going to talk about all of the hits, and there are a lot of things to talk about, so let's just get started. So we're going to come down here in the band section, and and all the new hits on the band section are right here in the link monsters. Okay, we're going to start off with the pretty much obvious. Everybody knew this was coming. Predator and Anaconda to basically stop Dragoon and DPE from being splashed into everything. To be very honest, I've been playing DPE in several of my decks recently, and I never went into Verte once. I've always been hard drawing into Fusion Destiny, so I don't know. I mean, this doesn't really hurt me that bad since I've been hard drawing into Fusion Destiny that many times, but hey, it's gone. The engines aren't that splashable. Dragoon, you will have to actually run Red Eye's Insight to actually be able to summon it, and that requires at least at least 4 additional cards into your deck. Okay, so now we have Prank Kits Meow Meow Mew getting banned. I know it was limited to last list, now it's banned, and predominantly because Konami doesn't want to deal with the Adventure Token engine. They feel that it's too new, even though we got it in January, and there was a ban list release between the card release and now. Okay, to me, removing an entire R-type from being actually viable, and just because you don't want to deal with a particular new engine, that's never a good plan, in my opinion. I know how annoying this deck can be with the Adventure Token engine, so at least it's out of the metagame. Moving forward, we have Mecha Fan and Beast Order. I know a lot of people wanted this card guard. To be very honest, it really didn't have to be banned. They could have banned the Despot Tuner and had the same effect on the combo. No. But the predominant reason why they hit Oregon and banned Oregon, and they actually limited Hacker for Bex later on the list. The primary reason why they wanted to do that is so they can justify bringing Jet Synchron back off the ban list. That's the predominant only reason why this card got banned and Hacker for Bex got limited. It's just poor planning, in my opinion, in that particular situation where you hit another card and you would cripple the combo anyway. Alright, with that being said, there's nothing else new being banned. It was just those 3 links. It seems that every ban list, we're getting more and more links on it. Never a good sign with a particular mechanic, but we're going to keep moving on to the limits. Alright, so we're going to go here. I already mentioned that we have Jet Synchron coming off, and that is the only reason why Oraman got banned. We have Performer Pal Monkey Board also coming off the list. Odds are they're going to keep this card at 1 just because of what it can do. Rai Rose Dragon. This is a predominant big tuner in a lot of the pile decks. Just being able to facilitate a lot of different plays. So it was a smart move on their part. Yugioh coming off the list. I know there was a lot of questions surrounding this card earlier this year, whether or not it was really worthy of remain on the ban list. We're going to see how things are going to happen. I know Trickstar players are starting to tech this card into their decks, predominantly, hopefully, to utilize this card in conjunction with the Duel and Reincarnation combo. Yugioh basically prevents your opponent from drawing cards whenever it is able to attack your opponent and deal damage. Moving forward, Hacker for Bex, like I said, also got limited again because they wanted to bring Jet Synchron off the list. We got Shooting Rai Rose Dragon, an interesting piece that also got limited, predominantly because of the current pile decks. Alright, so if you're going to go with Rai Rose Dragon, yeah, Shooting Rai Rose Dragon makes perfect sense to go along with it. Okay, so going to come off here, we got another card coming off the ban list, Change of Heart. Okay, I'm going to call this right now. This is a card is going back on the ban list. Next format. Konami did something similar to Change of Heart a few years back when they actually released Snatch Deal without it being eroded in any shape, way, or form. This is a equip spell that you can equip to one of your opponent's monsters, steal that monster, and then you can actually attack with it. Change of Heart is basically the same situation, except it's not an equip spell. It only lasts for 1 turn. But to be honest, I can tell you this right now, it's just not a good idea because this card can actually steal your opponent's strongest monster and then basically allow you to get additional attack points to swing per game. It's the same situation as with Snatch Deal. Don't expect this card to be on the list past this format. Seriously. Have fun with it right now, but it's gone next format. I guarantee you that. Because I can tell you right now, already it's been seeing a lot of play and been influencing the ending of a lot of games. Moving forward, we have Time Seal also coming off the lists. I think this was kind of in the same book as with Yada. It skips over your opponent's draw phase. I mean, it's a trap card, so it's slow. I get it. You're only going to be running 1 card, so you're not going to be able to search it out with something like Trap Trick. So you have to hard draw it. Alright, it makes sense to put it to 1. It can stay at 1. It's not going to really influence, not as much as something like Yugioh would. Alright, moving forward to the semi-limited list, and the semi-limited list did grow, and we actually got some pretty interesting moves. Dynamite Night Fighter, the True Draco Fighter, finally comes off the limited list, and we can actually run 2 copies of it in our True Draco decks. For anybody who's a fan of the deck, we're rejoicing. This card's coming off the list. Next list, there's no thought in my mind that's or shadow of doubt that says this card is not going to be staying on semi-limited more in this format. Cyber Angel Ben 10, well, they banned Ava, so it makes sense to actually bring Ben 10 back. Will this turn around and make Drytron OP? No. But it does give them at least a little something extra to abuse in their deck, so they can actually get some additional searches. Odds are Drytron will probably go back to maybe searching out, what was it, the Vanity's Roar. so they can lock out special summons. Fire Dimension Tanky goes down to 2. Okay. I can actually start building Beast Warrior decks now. I have to update my Tri-Brigade, and I get to rebuild Senju's. Awesome. Fusion Destiny stays where it is. Their servant savers their power desires. The one format was semi-limited. It's now to semi-limited. It's better this way. To be very honest, it didn't really deserve that limit. Trickstar Life Stage, a welcome release off the limited list. The same thing goes with Wall of Prevailing Light. Okay, so far I'm liking this. I mean, we're getting a lot of stuff off the list, which is basically Konami cleaning up the list, kicking things off that shouldn't be banned and stuff like that. Makes sense. It should freshen things up. Going off to stuff that is coming off the list. Well, we have Night Assailants. Okay, Flip Effect monster, kind of slow, pops monster when it's flip face up. Yeah, I can definitely see why it's not going to be remaining on the list. I know it has a discard effect that can actually be able to grab other stuff out of the deck, but not bad. Trisha, this is another card that I'm going to say might not remain unlimited for long. There are cards and decks that can actually abuse a hand loop deck with this card, and just ripping 3 cards out of your opponent's hands, and potentially maybe even 4, or 5, depending on how you set your deck up. I guarantee you there's going to be somebody that comes up with a hand loop combo using 3 copies of this card. I will guarantee you this. This is going to be similar to what's going to happen with Change Your Heart. This card is going to wind up going back on a limited list next format. Mirage Stallion, okay, yeah, it makes sense to bring it off. Nobody runs more than one in the Salmon decks anyway. I mean, even post Banlist released Salmon decks, I haven't seen people running more than one. A Hero Lives, okay, not bad. Being able to grab a hero monster out of your deck, or an element of the hero monster out of your deck for half your life points. Okay. Salmon Great Circle, also very good. Gives the Salmon Great deck a lot more consistency. And Scapegoat, this was a card that was being slowly walked off the list. It's been power crept out of the game. I know it's kind of a Link 4 generator, but it's a card that requires you to actually set it and activate it during your opponent's end phase to really make the most out of it. So, to be honest, yeah, it coming off definitely does make sense. Although this is actually a pretty good list. Save a few of the gripes that I'm not very happy with, as well as the setup of when the next list is coming. I think that's my major complaint about this. To be honest, it's going to be a very interesting format. I do hope we're going to see Adventure Engine finally get touched on the next list. Hopefully we're going to be getting the next list in August. If they keep to the 3 copies, the 3-month program. Guys, that is it for my analysis. Let me know what you think about this list down in the comment section below. I do want to hear your opinions about it. Let me know if they missed something or if they could have done something better on the list. I also love turning around talking to you guys about this on my channel. I'm big with communication over the internet. As always, guys, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this on my channel, make sure to subscribe and hit notifications so you don't miss a single upload. Check out the description box below. Find the invite link to my Discord server. Join the conversation. We'll love to have you. Check out my TCG Player affiliate link. Great ways to actually buy cards for the upcoming format. And it'll help support the channel as well. Follow me on social media and Master Duel. And guys, until next time, peace.